Love when they get the defense moving in one direction, and when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
They'll run on first down. It's Kelly, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stuff that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones, complete. The tight end, Kelsey. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So we race the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A nice first down pickup on a gain of 6. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On first down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. They'll run it with Sproles. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 7-yard pickup. They'll be looking now to 3rd and 6.
Ready, ready. Train 2 stop.
Jones operating from the gun. And that is incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Now here's Ross. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over.
Hey, team 6. Ready?
Off the play fake. Jones. That's caught inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
60 outlaw.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3.
Now it's Sproles. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense, because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
Here's Sproles. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Jones now. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is going to be intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Second and 6. 39-yard line. 90 is a mic. Let's go. Bang, 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 bang.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Let's go, everyone. Let's go. 675. Give me some. Here we go. Come on. 29 is a mic. Mic 29. You rush.
Throwing on 3rd down. Luck. And that will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Talk about angling that one perfectly, partner. We know the ball can bounce anywhere, especially how it's shaped. But that one, as if on cue, goes out of bounds perfectly.
Perfect indeed, right at the 1-yard line. Excellent coffin corner punt. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. So after a scoreless first quarter, we at least finally get some points on the board.
But it can't be what either of us expected, can it?
No, the safety's not what you expect for the first points of the game, but one of the goose eggs is gone. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's a safety blitz and a sack for Earl Thomas.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. Now a man open down the middle of the field. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, He just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
From the gun on third down, Luck. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on third down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on third down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the third down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on first and second down.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's Jones on 1st and 10. It's Kelsey on the ground. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here we go.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Now. 5.
Now Jones. That's complete to John Ross. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for L.A. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And that's complete to Cooks. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 1st down Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. Now Jones on 1st down. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your clock.
And got his man complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll be 3rd down. Out of the gun, Luck. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And it's caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, here's Luck. And he will find his receiver, Pettis, for a 49ers touchdown. Dante Pettis, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And that makes this a 9-point game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready, break.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A. Throwing Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. He gets it to Cooks. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. On 1st and 10, Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. It actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Check. 61, matchbox white. Hey, Haywood. Go. Shoot.
Jones to throw again. And his throw is incomplete. Johnson was the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Bravo.
After the interception, it's Love. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Off of play action, Luck. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Throwing is long. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Luck now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a first down here. Throwing again is Luck. Escaping the pressure right. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. So on third down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. This from 42 yards out. And this is no good. Close but no cigar, just wide right. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off at the 12. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we send you cross-country to Orlando, Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive. Missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there. You've given yourself a chance. You're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the posts. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
Got his man there, complete to Gallup. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Now it's the fullback. This is Kyle Juszczyk. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Watch the twist. You go tight. Alert. You got tight.
Protein spill.
52. Watch 52. 52's the mic. And we're pretty quiet.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script.
He's got a man, complete. It's a gain of 34. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Jones now. Off play action. Flush to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, doesn't it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 39. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now the fullback, Juszczyk. A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
11B. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Here we go. 29.
Pilot, 64, weak.
All day, baby, all day.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And out of bounds, sailed over. Looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're still looking at 0 on the scoreboard, and they're going to be hard-pressed to do anything with this field position as they'll start at their 1-yard line.
This almost feels like you're trying to climb Mount Everest because they can put together a decent drive, get a couple of first downs, maybe a 3rd one, and still not even get to midfield. That's a daunting task for this offense.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Now this one complete on the slant route. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Sproles. And he will have the first down, but he winds up taking a pretty good shot that time. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And he's going to lose yardage here, as they will switch ends as time is run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's the Rams trailing, but they do have the football as we start the 4th and final quarter. After the sack on first down, Jones.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. Here's Jones, throwing on 3rd and long. He's letting it fly for Cook. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 45. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive.
Now listen, it's a team game. We know that. But where would these guys be right now, Charles, without their defense? They take over here following the turnover. Defense did it again. But on offense, they have to feel like, hey, we need to do something.
You're exactly right. And you just mentioned it. The defense did it again. They bailed them out on a number of occasions in this contest. It's time for them to repay the defense at the least. Keep the ball for a while. Give those guys a break so they can catch their breath.
And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help him at contract time.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line.
And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Call that a very strong gain of 24.
On the doubles.
53, Mike. Got one. He's coming.
Greystone travel. Spin.
Now Jones off the play fake, eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. They were looking for Johnson that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
18 Gator.
53, Mike, 53. Watch out.
Topper.
53's Mike.
Hey, Delta.
53's Mike. Double dog. That's the way.
Throwing again. Jones. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
But sometimes, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13.
675.
Just like that.
7 consonants, 1 vowel. Here's Juszczyk. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. Love. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you. You change the blocking schemes. Maybe go to max protection. The biggest one.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35. Two-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 now on the season. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 3rd and 10. They had the big play to start the drive, but 2 incompletions since. Now a desperation throw deep down. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, L.A. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 7 on the year, as they have now chopped this lead down to 3.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. So the lead shaved to 2 now as the kickoff is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. They'll run it now with Juszczyk. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Watch the screen. Hey, dude.
Now it's locked. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far.
Ross on the return. 12 yards on the return that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see a practice make. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. So luck down to a knee, and that ought to be the final act of this ball game.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. Well, Charles, the old saying, the old cliche, if you will, points at a premium. That certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close game. What a way to finish it up.
You loved it, didn't you? You loved the defenses.
I certainly did. Brought back the images of the game of old.
So for the 49ers, they continue to be one of the best teams around as they move to 10-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for Los Angeles, this loss cost them in the playoff chase as they fall back to 7-5 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad need pesto. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she want it like me cause her blame, she can't count on him. She try to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars